Welcome to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast, a podcast for people who want to disrupt their lives for a good reason, to make it count. I'm your host, Glantz, and every week I'll drop a new episode with stories from real people just like you, who woke up one morning and decided to make big changes, starting with small things. We'll cover topics like entrepreneurship, love, failure, and self-care. Hey, you're not getting any younger, so let's make this an adventure. Ready? Hey, any youngers, what's up? It's me, Glantz. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing while you're listening, just know that I'm currently sitting here on my couch giving you the biggest high five. I don't know when the last time someone told you this, but no matter what you're doing and how much you've crossed off your to-do list so far, I want you to know that I personally appreciate you and all that you're doing. We have to start giving ourselves more credit just for waking up in the morning, getting out of our pajamas, brushing our teeth, eating breakfast, and walking out the door to be that person that everyone expects us to be, and that person that we want to be, and of course, that person that we are. It's exhausting, and I just want you to know, if you are listening right now, I appreciate you. You're probably thinking to yourself, why is she in such a good mood right now? And that is because I have to tell you about the coolest gift in the world that somebody gave me for my birthday party. Last Saturday, I was hanging out in my apartment, and all of a sudden, my doorbell rang. And I walked over to the doorbell, and I thought, okay, first of all, who in the world comes over unexpected and visits you in 2019? Like, I don't even think half my friends know my address. And second of all, who rings a doorbell, right? So both of those things were sort of sketching me out, but I wasn't home alone. I was with my boyfriend and my friend Carrie. I opened the door, and all of a sudden, 5 tiny little puppies come running into my house. Let that sink in for a minute. 5 puppies come running into my house. And of course, they're not alone. There's a woman with them, and she says, surprise, you are having a puppy party. So let me recap what happened here. I had a birthday April 1st, and my friend Sarah, who recently moved to San Diego, got me a birthday gift. And what she got me was something called a puppy party. And I had never heard of this in my life before. But what it is basically puppies come over to your place for an hour, and you can play with them. They come with all these fun toys, and they're all adoptable. So if you do want to take one home, you can. But regardless, what it also helps is, of course, raise money for the animal shelter where they're at, which is great. It also helps the puppies be able to acclimate themselves with new people, with new places, and also each other. I mean, some of them are in, small little rooms the whole day with just 1 or 2 other dogs. So this kind of thing also helps them out. But regardless, it helped me out. Spending 1 hour with 5 adorable puppies who just want to jump and all over you and kiss you and play with you was the coolest gift in the entire world. I texted my friend Sarah, and I was like, I'm still on cloud 9 days later from this gift. I really think it was more soothing than going to therapy. I think it was just such a fun birthday gift. So if they have this in your city and you have a friend's birthday coming up, totally recommend this. If they don't, I was thinking this could be such a cool thing to go to your local animal shelter and tell them about and see if they want to do it, because again, it does help them raise money. And a lot of these animal shelters are so in need of raising money, and they're doing such an amazing thing, taking these dogs in, looking for people to adopt them, looking for the right people to adopt them. So had to share that with you. Today's episode is about emotions. If you know me, you know that I am an Aries, and my moon is Aquarius, which means I am such an emotional person who also keeps a lot of it to myself until I'm ready to explode it, and then it gets super ugly. Over the past couple years, I've tried to work really hard on processing my emotions, and one of the most interesting things I've found in figuring out how to handle my emotions a little bit better is that we process our emotions in 3 ways. 1, we have them and we don't speak about them. And that's not who I am, but I do know a lot of people who try on the surface not to show any emotion. They swallow how they feel. They won't cry in front of you. They'll tell you everything's okay. And that is a difficult way to handle emotions, because the more you just swallow them, the more you just pretend to be okay, one, you push people away because they have no idea what's going on with you. And then you start to resent the people in your life because they don't know how to help you, because they don't know what you're feeling. And two, you just bottle up stress. And I like to think of it as all of the stress and emotion just sitting down, plopping itself down on your organs, on your heart, on all of your body parts, unpacking its luggage, and just sitting there and multiplying. And before you know it, you just get so many symptoms of stress. You get headaches, you can't sleep at night, you're gaining weight in all the areas of your body that show that you're holding on to stress. It's super, super unhealthy. Option number 2, and this is my favorite one, this is my go-to one, is you take your emotions out on other people. This is one that I am completely infamous for, because one of the biggest issues I have is communicating how I feel. Instead, I will do a combination of swallowing how I feel and then exploding, projecting those emotions on other people who are completely innocent and don't deserve it. It happened to me the other day. I took all my emotions out on my boyfriend because I was upset with something that happened in my life and I didn't know how to explain it to him. So he just said one comment, one innocent little thing, and I just took out all my emotions on him. And that is such a hard thing to do. But again, I think that that is also a reaction to us not being able to process our emotions. We spill them out on other people. And option number 3, which is the one I'm working toward, and obviously the healthiest option, is being able to press the pause button and examining those emotions. Like, why are we feeling them in this moment right now? I heard this in a yoga class the other day. The teacher said that everything we feel isn't random. We are feeling it for a reason. And it's important to sit down and think about, why am I feeling so sad right now? Or why am I feeling so jealous? Why am I mad? Why? And I like that she also said in this class that you don't always have to have an explanation. You can be sad for no reason, or no reason that you can figure out. Just like you can be jealous for no reason, but it is always worth sitting down and picking it apart as much as you can. I think my game plan with this is when I'm feeling those emotions, and some of my favorite emotions are, of course, jealousy and frustration and anger, and that anger is usually to myself. I find that I get so angry at myself for feeling like I'm not living up to my potential and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And because I feel that anger so much, I then hold that inside and feel miserable. Or I project that on my boyfriend when he says, like, let's go out and do something fun. And I just feel like I have to yell at him because I don't want to go do something fun because I have a long to-do list of things I have to do. My goal is to sit down and think about, okay, where's this anger coming from? Why are we feeling it? How can we take this anger and pick it apart and then maybe take actionable steps? Maybe compromise more, maybe talk about it more, maybe figure out why this is the feeling that you're having right now. Again, feelings are not random. We are having them for a reason, and whether we figure that reason out or not, we still have to remember that. Option 1 of keeping them inside is damaging. It's so unhealthy. And option 2 of projecting them onto others will only make others run away from us. And that is the last thing that we want when we feel emotion. So what do we have left to do? What do we have left? To be accountable, put ourselves in timeout, and figure out why we're feeling this way. So what are you feeling right now? And what are you feeling? And why are you feeling that? I'm eager to know. So come hang out with us in the Secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group. Let's talk about your emotions. Are you a 1? Are you a 2? Are you a 3? What option do you do when you feel emotional? Come talk about it with us. And if you are a 3, you better get your butt in that group right now and talk to us about how you sit there with your emotions, figure them out, process them before being able to move on and live your life. And also, one more thing, my friends, before I let you go this week, if you have like 5, 10, 15 seconds and you can drop us a comment on iTunes, oh, that helps so much. You have absolutely no idea. Podcasters keep asking you for that because it just helps our show grow and live and survive. I don't run any ads on this show. I do it all completely myself. But a review on iTunes is worth so much to me. Thank you again. We're back next week with another amazing episode. I'll see you then. Hey, you. Thank you for listening to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. There are hundreds of thousands of pods out there, so thank you for listening to this one. You can find the show notes for this week's episode up on our website, anyyounger.com. Subscribe, rate, and review the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast on iTunes so that other ears around the world can listen too. Oh, and join our secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, where over 1,000 people are talking about how to disrupt their lives, for good reason, to make it count. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glantz.